In this video, we will learn how to add an inventory button to your email signature in Microsoft Outlook. We have a tool online that will do it for you, or if you already have a signature in Outlook, the online tool can automatically add a button to that existing signature. First, let's take a peek at what the button does. When someone receives an email message from you, you can have a button at the bottom that tells people they can view your inventory of visual tours. And when they click that button, up pops a list of all your available tours. This list is automatically kept up to date, so whether this person received your email a week ago or a year ago, it always shows your currently available tours. Just imagine every time you send an email, even to a friend, that friend now has a list of all your available tours, so when they meet someone who wants to buy a home, they can say, "I know an agent. Let me show you some of his properties." So how do you add this magical button? To access the Outlook Signature Builder tool, log into your account at www.visualtour.com and click Support Area. In the Support area, click Software Downloads. The download screen will change from time to time, but somewhere on the list you will find the Outlook Signature Builder tool. I'll click it, and I'll choose Run. And since Microsoft Internet Explorer is very security conscious, it asks me if I'm sure I want to run it. I'll click Run again. And there's the Signature Builder tool. At the bottom, I see two options. I can either create a brand new signature, or I can add a button to an existing signature. I'll show you both, but let's start out by creating a brand new signature. So I'll choose that option and click Next. The Signature Builder tool now gives me the opportunity to type in various things to include in my signature. Some of them have been filled in for me because the Signature Builder tool found my Visual Tour Studio software and recognized the information. I'll type in the rest. You don't have to fill in all of the fields if you don't want to. These are just suggested things that you might want to include in your Outlook signature. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all of them so you can see how it works. And I'll click Next. It's that fast. The signature has been built, so let's take a look. I'm going to click the Finish button and go to Microsoft Outlook. Every version of Outlook is slightly different, but for the most part, if you want to check your signatures, you go to Tools and Options and look for the Mail Format tab. By clicking the Signatures button, I can see the Visual Tour signature that was just created. It has my name, my company name, everything I filled in, plus the Visual Tour Inventory button. Now, every time I click New to create a new email message, there it is. For the most part, I like it, but if the Signature Builder tool doesn't create the signature exactly the way you want, it doesn't mean you can't make changes. And while this is not a video on how to use Microsoft Outlook, let me just show you very quickly how you can make changes to the signature. I'm going back to Tools and Options, and on the Mail Format tab, when I click Signatures and I see it, there's an Edit button. And when I click Edit, I can go in and maybe add some information. Or maybe I want my company name a little larger. I can highlight it, click Font, and choose a larger size. There you go. That's perfect. Now when I create the signature, it looks just the way I wanted it to. But what if I already have an existing signature that I prefer to use? I just want to add the button to it. Let me show you how that works. First, let me show you a signature. When I go to Tools and Options and Mail Format, I do already have a signature called My Signature. And it's formatted just the way I want, but it doesn't have that button. Let me show you how I can add the button very easily. I'm going back to the Signature Builder tool and running it. This time, I'm going to choose to add a button to an existing signature. And when I click Next, the Signature Builder tool looks in Outlook to find any existing signatures. It finds the visual tour signature that it created just a few minutes ago, and it also finds the one called My Signature. I'll choose that one, and I'll click Next. Again, it's very fast. I'll click Finish, and now I'm going back to Microsoft Outlook, and when I go to Tools and Options, and Mail Format, I click Signatures. This time, my signature has the button in it. I can even click it to make sure it works. And it does. So now, every time I'm in Microsoft Outlook and I type a new message, my signature is there, and it includes the button that will allow everybody to see all of my visual tours that are available. If you have any questions about adding your visual tour inventory to your signature in Outlook, or really any other program, just call the Visual Tour support staff toll-free at 800-873-0700.